What's up and welcome back to my channel, or if you are new, my name is Steph and today's video is going to be a tutorial on this very fall inspired look. I used the new Urban Decay Honey palette on the eyes and I wanted to play with more of the mattes. I feel like I always will use like a shimmer first in the palette, but I did add one on the inner corner, but the lids are all matte and I really love how this looks, especially if you have more like hazel or brown eyes. I feel like these tones just really make your eyes stand out. And I just kind of went with the fall theme for everything. So if you'd like to see how I created this look, then just go ahead and keep on watching. So to start out, I am using the Urban Decay Honey palette, and all of the eye brushes I'm using are also from ColourPop. I wanted to really test them out, and I think they did a really great job, especially for the price point. But I am just taking the shade Sweet. It's kind of like a neutral, just skin tone shade, putting that all throughout the crease, and then I am going in with Warm. So this is still pretty neutral. It just has like that beautiful caramely undertone, which is what I think really makes like green or hazel eyes pop with this palette. I think it is just so beautiful. So I am adding a little bit more of that to the outer corner and then bringing it all the way into the inner corner as well. So I am taking this all throughout the crease and just kind of building it up a little bit more in the outer corner as far as pigment. Now I picked up the second darkest shade in the palette and it's called Drip, and I'm applying that right into the crease, really hugging the socket of my eye. This is going to be the transition color from the dark shade on our lids up to that really beautiful caramel and honey shade. And for the lid, I am packing the darkest shade that we have in the palette on the eyes, and like I said, I did keep it matte. This is the shade Sting. It is a beautiful deep chocolate shade, and this actually did really well. Usually I like to test out the matte shades in a palette just to see how much fallout they have and how pigmented they can be. This one did a great job, and now I'm just taking that same brush that I started out with and just kind of blending out all of the edges before I go in with liquid liner. And for that, I'm using the Benefit Roller Liner in the brown shade. You guys, I've been using this a lot lately. I really like the subtlety of the brown liquid liner, and I am just doing a nice wing here. You can make yours as dramatic as you'd like to, but this is just such an easy liquid liner to use, and like I said, I've been really rocking out with the brown shade lately. And then I'm just going to add some mascara and lashes after this. The lashes that I'm going to be wearing are the KoKo lashes in Queen B, one of my hands down favorite lashes. And for the waterline, I am using New Flame Liner from Dose of Colors. They have one of my favorite formulas, and I really, really love a good like red-based eyeliner in the waterline. And I almost forgot to do my concealer. So we're using the Becca Under Eye Color Corrector, and I'm just using a little bit on my ring finger and patting that out. And then for concealer, I've gone back to my Too Faced Born This Way concealer. This is the shade Almond. I just can't get enough of this concealer. If you haven't tried it out, pick it up, get a sample, whatever. It is so good. And I've gone to using a lot less concealer lately. I feel like I don't really actually need that much. I was overdoing it on the concealer before, and like I said, I've been really liking my freckles peeking through. So just using a little bit more so on the inner corner and down the bridge of my nose and blending that out with a ColourPop brush. To set my under eyes, I am using the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder in Light Translucent, and just applying that wherever I applied concealer underneath my eyes to lock it in place. And for the rest of my face, I am using the Makeup Forever Velvet Matte Powder. I absolutely love this formula. It's super smooth, it blurs out your pores, but it doesn't ever feel heavy. So I'm just applying that on the rest of my face to set in all of that foundation. And then I'm going to be bronzing and using the blush and highlight, all of the products out of the new Mercier La Naturale palette. So first I am going to bronze up my skin with the bronzer in here. It's a really beautiful shade. It's not too intense. It just kind of gives you a nice warmth to your skin without looking heavy. So I just applied that on the outer perimeter of my face and also down my neck. So now we're finishing up that lower lash line. I am taking Sting all the way across the lower lash line to really give it some definition. And then I'm going back in with Warm and buffing that out, making sure it doesn't look harsh, and also adding that nice caramel color on the lower lash line. And then I also took Honey, which I think is darker than I would usually do for an inner corner, but I feel like it just works for this look. And then I am just going to do a light contour with the Morphe 8L palette. I love this shade in here for contouring. It does have a little bit of warmth to it, but I feel like it just looks perfect and natural. So I contoured around my forehead, my cheekbones, and then I'm doing a little bit of a nose contour here. Using that same brush that I applied my translucent setting powder with, so it has a little bit of powder on there, I just buffed out my nose contour. And then I am mixing the two shades in that palette from Mercier to apply it to the cheeks. The one is more of like a radiant luminous blush, so I feel like the two layered together are so beautiful. And now for highlight, I am using Rose Radiance from that same palette, applying that to the tops of my cheekbones, to the tip of my nose, my chin, and then right above the arch of my brow. And now to finish off with lips, I am using my very loved Anywhere Caffeine from Makeup Forever. This is a really good cooler toned lip liner, which I absolutely love. So I am just lining my lips with this and then going in with this lipstick from MAC. I feel like this is just such like an OG lipstick from them for fall. This is Twig, so I am just applying that all over the lips, and once you do that, your look is complete. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Thanks for watching. Bye!